Okay, here we are, and damn, people aren't wasting any time. We already got the shortcut number 1, who was already here, and Zakaria is also already here. Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back, I missed you. Man, we're at day 660. This is by far the longest camping I've ever done on Warband. I should check again. I think in the video that I made on my full conquest of Paris Snow, like I show like the day I was at by the end, and I think I'm like in the 500-ish. So even that's been exceeded. It's crazy. Anyway, how are you guys? Okay, well the last time we had just captured the last holdout of East Anglia, and I actually see some of their lords hanging out like right next to me. So that's an opportunity right there to get rid of them for good. Oh, I'm doing alright. Shaved again, and this time it wasn't so so rough. The blades loosened up a bit. Dude, how do I lose 26 men by auto-resolving? That's crazy. What are we going to do in this stream? Well, I mean, we kind of, what we really ended up doing ultimately is we were really able to, like, geographically, like, properly, like, set ourselves up. So after defeating these guys here, now we can focus on the rest of the map. I don't think I have anything anymore in here, huh? Yeah, and I used to have places here, but they don't belong to me anymore. I think some of the lords I had switched sides. Yeah. So what was happening is we took care of that, so now the focus is gonna be on pushing outward. I lost these areas here again, so I'm gonna focus on that area for now. And we're just gonna start with that. But as I've said in the description in the post making this stream, I've gone too far now to just stop and start another campaign somewhere else, you know? Like, I'm just gonna try and be Brytenwalda. I think at this point, that's an interesting commitment to make. However, I've made a post 2 days ago, I think, talking about how I had just downloaded 40 gigabytes worth of mods for my next video, which is going to be what I've mentioned several times, Warband mods in 2025. And usually what I would do with these videos is I would mostly just recycle gameplay footage of the previous times I reviewed it, because it makes the videos much faster, but I really want to make like, I'm gonna make a concise effort to really make a good, fresh video here, and I think part of the fact that I'm exploring mods that have been updated, and some of them I haven't played in a while, is I'm going to like really replay all of them, but there's a lot of them, so it's gonna take a while to make this video. I just started playing 457 AD again, the new update, and it's looking pretty damn good so far. It was already pretty solid, but now it's even better. I'm also going to be going back to Paris Snow to showcase some of the updates. I've installed it, I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I'm giving myself at least another 2 weeks to make the video. And the Alvaro was already here too, they just already won. You mean here? This here? Yeah, it's going to be a solid grind. The main issue that I'm always having is that there are so many lords that, I keep getting attacked. I can't be everywhere at once, so my only real strategy there is to just capture as many of the lords as possible. Speaking of which, I should have a town nearby that's mine. Yeah, this one's mine. So I'm gonna go drop my lords, because I got a couple of them. How many? Actually, I got a lot of them. I think I got like 8. You can see it like at the bottom. Once the lords are prisoners, they can't raise new armies, they can't attack you anymore, so that's really what you're going for. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I had 9 lords. Any news about the Duke's sandwich? Well, I had it again this morning. I have it every morning. It's delicious. Trying to cut back on the cheese though. I've been having a lot of cheese in my diet, and every time I have too much cheese, I immediately get constipated, so I have to be careful. But it's the bomb. I should make a video, like a short, just for that, you know, like show off, you know, the breakfast of champions. Another guy here. Can I catch up to him? 4.9, 4.8. Funny that I can almost catch up to him with 800 men. He's got 59. He can barely run away. And I'm almost out of food too. Oh shoot. I'm actually gonna starve. Okay, well, my capital's right here. Do it! Just do it! Okay, I can't catch up to him. I'm just gonna go get some food before my army starves and starts to desert en masse. And a ransom broker too, fantastic. That was 24,000. And now some food. Still not nearly enough, I need way more than that. That's like 5 days, not even. And I got new lords, of course. Bad for me, I'm a Muslim, I can't try it. Why not? The bacon is turkey bacon, not pork. You'll be fine. Some of these lords have recently escaped. They've been in my dungeons for months and now they're just here like, hey, can I get a job, please? Any more of them? Nope, we're good. Yes. Yeah, if you do it with turkey bacon, you'll be fine. My girlfriend actually doesn't eat pork. Not because she's Muslim or because it's a cultural thing. She just doesn't digest it very well. She feels sick. And she's the one who introduced me to a bunch of alternatives to pork. I still eat a lot of pork because I'm a big meat eater and pork is just so good. But is there supposed to be a lord around here somewhere? Because I don't see anything. Okay, well let me just go get some more food. Your advisor, streaked with dirt and sunburned, arrives after inspecting the harvest. My lord, the harvest is poor this year. If you do not reduce taxes, there will be starvation this winter. Then reduce the tax. Yeah, I got so much money. I don't care. 30. What? I only got 13,000? How did that happen? What just happened to my money? I just... Oh, 138,000. We're good. False alarm. Okay, some more food. How's morale? Above average. Yeah, I gotta pump those numbers up. But okay, let's go take these castles back. Try and be quick about it. Oh, we got another... Krafu is restored. Where is Krafu? They're right here. Are you kidding me? That's like so random. I hope some of my lords take care of it. This is what's gonna be happening. I'm gonna be running left and right trying to stop people from besieging my stuff. This place here? Did I even give garrison? I think that's the problem. I didn't put any garrison in it. Ah, I'm stupid. So let me upgrade my troops before I attack him. And I'm auto-resolving this, I don't care. He's pretty badly outnumbered anyway. To be fair, I do have like a lot of cheap recruits. Like a quarter of my troops are just Oh, well, I've fallen into an ambush. That's gonna be pretty quick then. My drawing sucks. I need to upgrade that skill big time. Armor's so thick they can't get through. When's the mod video coming? In a while. Like I said just before you came in, I'm gonna try to capture all new gameplay footage of all the mods I'm gonna be covering, and there's a lot of them, including some new ones that I never played before. So yeah. There's also lots of stuff happening at home right now, which is distracting me a lot. I'm just gonna let right now, like, one of the... Hold up, guys. I find I still have a really hard time talking and fighting at the same time. I lost my train of thought. Jesus, that's bad. Maybe I need a second coffee. About Warsaw Conquest mod, it doesn't work properly on my PC. Did you try with the script enhancer? Because it's required for it to work properly at this point. They have the whole guide on how to do it, but I also made my own guide. This is basically what you need. But I mean, I'll be going over the mods myself. One of the things I didn't notice, and this is something I talked about with one of the modders from 457 AD, is I had some issue where some of the quests didn't really work properly, and he told me that they didn't notice it. That a lot of people noticed it, actually. And it has to do with the way the mod was compiled on ModDB, because on their end it works just fine. So he sent me a private link to a version that works properly, but I'm like, well, I just hope it gets fixed on ModDB, because by the time I link it, you know, people shouldn't be having that problem. I feel like that went much harder than it should have, but no, 35. Mikal is also here. Hey, what's up? And we instantly replenish, of course. I didn't buy the game, so your way doesn't work with me. Ah, you got a pirate copy and you're complaining about problems, are you? Dude, I don't mean to judge, but like, you're in college, right? You don't have any money to your name at all? Like, I know I have some young people in my audience that can't necessarily afford the games, and their parents like won't buy it, but like, you're in college, dude. A copy of Warband these days, you can get it for very cheap on Warband. On Steam, I mean. I finished the quiver and shot my bow today a bit, so I'm happy about it. You have a bow? You just do archery like that as a hobby? That sounds pretty awesome. And Jormund? Is the J, do you say the J? Jormund or Jormund? I think it's Jormund. Hey, welcome to the stream. How much? You have to look it up, but like, when the game is on sale, I think you can get it for like $5. Not even. It's really cheap. It's dirt cheap. I mean, if you've been able to play this whole time and the one game that it blocks is the moment you need like to use the script enhancer, like... Nah, man, we're in winter now too, so daily casualties for no reason. Can I get them to surrender? No. Yes, I made a Nash longbow and I play Mountain Blade in real life. I'm sure you shoot it just as fast, you know? Need 5 more hours. Yes, I prefer Yormund and not Jor. Oh, it's Yormund. Okay. Apologies. How bad did that go? 44 for us, 51 for them. 367 defenders. Okay, we're getting into a grindy siege now because I'm positive. Yeah, they won't give up like that. By the way, Terry, my previous username was Stanis Baratheon. Oh, that was you. I do remember a Stanis in the audience. Okay. Stanis was actually Yorman this entire time. Isn't there a character in Game of Thrones that's also like close to that name? One of the wildlings, Jorman? Giant's Bane? For someone who's done a Game of Thrones film, I find a lot of my memory sometimes with the minor characters is very rusty. I need to get back into it eventually. But it's really cool, Mikhail, like the Ash longbow, that's pretty awesome. One thing I told myself, like if there was one thing, yeah, this German, I would have to look the name up properly, but Giant's Bane. He's one of the wildlings. Hold up, I mean, I never do that. Let's, look it up. Giant's Bane. Game of Thrones. Tormund. I had it almost. Yorman, Tormund. It's close enough. Okay. Let's give it another day. Man, my back hurts. I took a shower in this morning and after 20 minutes my back got hurt. Might have to do with how you sit at a computer. That's my issue normally. 34, well, a bit more casualties for them. Hello, what is the best Warband mods review? Hello, what is the best Warband mods reviewer doing? Hey, Emmy, and thank you so much. Oh, hold up. Right now he's playing Brytenwalda. It's like it's been a bunch of playthroughs now. Okay, so just one last look, quickly upgrade everyone, and then we attack. They because I didn't build a circumvallation, they've been able to recruit troops while I'm besieging them. So now we're looking at a grind for sure, but at least we got some good weather. I hate when it's like super dark and, you know, and foggy. It's like the 4th time I attack this town, man. It's like at the moment I leave, they just come right back and take it. I need to leave a stronger garrison for sure. Yeah, what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, Mikhail with who made himself his own Ash longbow and is firing it for fun. One thing I told myself, like if I had like the time and luxury and like really just wanted to do something for fun, I would like to get myself a musket and learn to reload it really fast. Yeah, I read that. You made it yourself. Wow. What was that process like? Did you just like take a stick and like, you know, shaped it like with a knife the way the way they used to make it, like very gently? I mean, I've seen some videos, I presume. I have no idea. Wait, Where's the rest of my army? That's not all I have. Oh my god. Yeah, because I put another mod, the battle size got changed. Oh, just changing the battle size like that instantly adjusted it. Okay, that's interesting. I did not expect that. I didn't understand. Yeah, sometimes when you switch from one to the next, with scrapers, okay. Well, I see that you played quite some time. How do you manage to keep the interest going after a long campaign? Well, the long campaign is part of the fun, really. It's part of the design. But really, it's because I have an audience in here that likes to come in and chat. I see a lot of regulars. Mikhail, Zakaria, and Shortcuts. They're all people I see often. Jorman, who used to go by Stannis. Like, we got some people coming in every Friday, and it's just a lot of fun. We chill, we hang out. Last week we had an extensive conversation on our different languages. It was actually very wholesome. I'm gonna say the one thing that really revived my motivation recently was that like 3 weeks ago, I think it was, I managed to install the super chats, and some of my regular viewers instantly started donating, and I had like a lot of donations, and it was actually very kind of them. I think unfortunately, like, I'm not at a point where like I have so many people watching the stream that I'm gonna get people donating super chats, you know? It's always the same people watching me, so it'd be weird if they were always the same ones giving money every time. But if people ever donate, I mean, I'm very thankful. That's one of the main things that I'm hoping will happen again to keep the live streams going. Not that they ever needed them to keep going, but you know what I mean. Like the last stream, I wish May could join us again. Yeah, well, May is, I presume, very busy, but she's also very active on the Discord server if you ever want to talk some more to her. Are you on my Discord server, Zakaria? Maybe you go by a different name, I don't know. But yeah, like, whenever she's around, like, it's really cool. Lots of people. I have even some of, like, my very OGs sometimes show up. There's this one called Rival, Retroviral, something like that. He always goes by one of those names, but he's one of my OGs, and sometimes he shows up out of nowhere to make a joke and then disappears immediately. It's pretty funny. How did I miss that you have a Discord server? I don't know, man. I leave the links to my socials in all of my videos. Except the live stream, I don't put anything in the description there. I should. One thing that really blew people away one of those streams is that no, I didn't know you have a Discord channel. Of course I do. Man, I need to promote myself more, man. Some people who watch me have no idea what's going on outside of the streams. I mean, it's like, I think it was like 2-3 weeks ago that I mentioned in passing that I had like a second politics channel, and people were like, wait, what? You have a politics channel? And then they start going on it and telling me in the live chat like, oh, you made that video? That's really funny, da da da. I'm like, okay, sure. There's always something. My life is nothing but plot twists for everybody getting into contact with me. Well, there we go. They all escaped, damn it. Someone's having a blast in the back. Do I have any lords with no fiefs right now? Yeah, this guy. But yeah, you know, that's what it is. So Discord server, guys, if you want to interact with me more directly over there, I'm often on it. As are a bunch of other people from my community. There's a Warband channel where people talk Warband. There's one for Bannerlord and stuff like that. Maybe you should add the bot that says your Discord channel in chat every few minutes. Yeah, there's a lot of things I gotta do, man. But it's true, I should have a bot that just like once every half an hour, like just drops the message. I heard that you guys in Canada don't like your Prime Minister. Well, we just changed it. I'm not really sure what's going on with the new one. There was a lot of disillusion with Justin Trudeau, who was our Prime Minister for several years. He was there during the pandemic. I would say for the most part, like I think like in Canada there's a lot of general distaste for the government, but if you ask people for specifics, either they have no idea or they're just racist. And by that I mean, like, you know, they start complaining about immigration and stuff like that, and it's like, you have no idea who's immigrating here. You don't know any of these immigrants. You don't know what's going on. I would say the biggest issue right now in Canada, to bring it back to our Prime Ministers and the Liberal Party in general, is that they've been cutting the crap out of healthcare. Our healthcare is technically free, but it's also filled with problems. Staff is overworked. It's understaffed. People are waiting forever for everything. And the main problem with the Liberal Party is that they just haven't done anything to fix any of this. That's the main issue. And I think, like, the funny thing is, like, because of the Liberal Party's inaction, the Conservatives for a while, like, were primed to just destroy the Liberals and win everywhere in a landslide. But their main leader, I already forgot his name, Boudiver? I don't even know. An idiot, and he's like really pro-Trump, and he's been simping for Trump, and then Trump gets elected, and Trump starts the tariffs and all the nonsense. Oh, I want to make Canada the 51st state, I want to take Greenland, I want to take the Gulf of Mexico, I want to take Panama and stuff like that. And because of the Canadian Conservative Party's close ties to Trump, they immediately plummeted, and at the last minute, the Liberal Party won again. Like, it was crazy. So I'm just hoping that this time the Liberal Party actually takes the lesson that the Democrats failed to learn with Biden, which is that, okay, you're still in power, now's the time to actually do something, because if you don't do anything, people are going to get mad again, and the Conservatives are going to win and start making things worse again. That's what you get for just briefly mentioning the Canadian Prime Minister, a full political analysis. But yes, Zakaria, like I didn't even see the comment you said before, but I do have a politics channel. But unironically, politics channel, I don't even talk about Canadian politics on it. At least I haven't yet. Maybe I will eventually. D4145. I watched a couple of your Metatron videos. Great stuff. You made me hate him more, which I didn't think was possible. Well, you know, it's been known to happen. Gaming zone, noob. Well, I am a noob, so, you know, preaching to the choir. I am usually watching your live streams while doing other stuff, so I'm not commenting as much, but your videos always made me start a new campaign. Very solid work on a niche that isn't as popular anymore. Well, thank you. I appreciate you, you know, whether people are watching directly or just leaving me on the second monitor. No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Also, I mean, Warband, you know, it's still got an audience. It's, that's why I keep making content for it. Gaming Zone coming again. Why don't you post a video on Bannerlord? Why don't you just go check out my channel and look at all the last videos I made, and you'll get your wish. Yeah, I've made a whole bunch on Bannerlord. I even got a whole playlist on it. Sometimes I don't know like how I don't know what vibe to get from you just yet, but I will say this. I feel like sometimes like people commenting on my channel, it really feels like dealing with customer service. You know, someone asking me why I don't post on Bannerlord, even though if you go on my homepage, you will see them immediately. You know, I work retail, and like if someone tells me like, why don't you guys sell soap? I'd be like, that's kind of a loaded question, isn't it? Don't you want to make the effort of looking around a bit first? In the past year, my country made an agreement with Canada that stops that immigration of nurses and doctors to it. I think that's one of the reasons. Hold up, yes. In the past year, my country made an agreement with Canada that stops the immigration of nurses and doctors. You mean immigration, doctors and nurses from your country in Morocco to Canada? There was a policy that was really stupid. And it was basically like, we used to have this thing, well, we still have it technically, where we have a lot of immigrants that are students. They come in on a student visa to study. And generally, the long-term investment here is that if you invite people from across the globe to come to your school in your country to study, it's because they're going to after they graduate, they're going to become citizens, and they're going to contribute to your country, to your economy, and it's great. And then, like, idiots. Oh god, what is this terrain? Jesus Christ. Stupid bumps. And it's like, okay, well, they made a new policy that basically, you know, they're concerned about, like, having too many immigrants or whatever. It's just racism. It's stupid. And they basically said, okay, well, once you're done studying, instead of, you know, giving you the process to become a citizen, we're just going to ship you right back. Your visa is going to be revoked, and you're going to have to move back to where you came from. And so now it's like, well, why are people going to come to study here in the first place? And what's the point of having all these immigrants come in at all if they're eventually going to have to leave? The whole point is that when they come here, they bring their skills, they bring their labor, they make the economy better. It's really just racism. One of the other points we had is that we have a lot of seasonal workers. It's kind of like in America. In America, like you go to Florida, you go to the southern states, Texas, Florida, they have a lot of seasonal workers, you know, Mexicans. And possibly from other countries down south. They come for the summer, for the harvest, and, you know, they work seasonal jobs. And it's the same thing here. We have a lot of Mexicans that come to Quebec and other parts of Canada to work on the farms during the summer. And it's the same thing. They've been trying to restrict this. Like, why? You know, you don't have inbred, not inbred, I'm trying to... Inbred is not the right word. You don't have Canadians born and raised here that are going to take those jobs when the Mexicans don't take them. That's why they're here, because there is a demand for it. So, like, if there's also, like, an agreement that, like, we could be getting more doctors and more nurses from Morocco or anywhere else in the world, and we're not taking it, like, there is literally no reason to say no to that other than that, well, they're brown, so... Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Anyway, I'm always happy to talk more about politics, but you guys want me to stick to gaming, you know, just give me the topics and we can engage in basically anything. Or if you hear something that you're not happy with, feel free to argue with me by leaving a comment. Man, we're really tearing through now. Because, like, you speak of Morocco, but, like, I had this colleague from Algeria, and She came to Canada to study to become an IT technician. And, well, you need to understand what I mean by brown. Arab, Latino, and black. It's multitudes. So, you know, you can talk about, like, the complexity of the ethnicity. And trust me, like, I know there's a lot of, you know, white people in Morocco, but you're Moroccan, brown, Moroccan, tomato, tomato. I'm talking about racism here. None of it makes sense, okay? Like, it's kind of the point. Second, I mean they run to Canada. You mean like they're trying to actively leave Morocco to come in Canada for better opportunities? Okay. Was that the only wave? No, there's definitely another one. You know, that's what I mean. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I had this colleague from Algeria, and she came to Canada to study. She had a student visa, and to become like an IT technician, you know, computers, softwares, and stuff like that. And when they announced it, you know, like, oh, you know, we're going to change the law that, like, you know, people on the student visa are not necessarily going to get to apply for citizenship once they graduate, and they may actually have to leave. I remember asking her about it. And I mean, she was in good spirits, but she was like, I guess we'll find out. She had no idea. I mean, she left her job since then, so I don't know what happened, but as far as I know, she's still in Canada, which, you know, good for her. But it's like, what's the point of bringing skilled laborers, skilled workers, people who, you know, have a lot of value, if you're just going to ship them right back? Isolationism is the stupidest thing ever. Someone just passed out. Should I just do Control-Alt F4? Because, like, when they're stuck, I don't think there's a new wave, is there? Okay, let's do it. There was just one left. Whoops. But yeah, you know, that's what I mean. So I really just hope that the new Prime Minister gets it, but honestly I don't think so. They're liberals. There's only one thing that the liberals firmly believe in, and it's the status quo. Keeping things as they are, mild symbolic change here and there, and that's why people hate them, because they just don't really do anything of value. The real party that I would like to win and to see like what they can do, because they never won, they're always like a minority, and it's the NDP. They're the left-wing party, basically. Problem though is I'm talking about racism. Like, their leader is a Sikh. You know, he wears a turban, everything. He's a handsome guy, and he's really cool. But he's a Sikh, he's brown. Good luck convincing a lot of white Canadians to vote for him. Unfortunately, that's a reality. Another ambush. What do these guys think they're gonna ever achieve with that? Anyway, is Gaming Zone still here? Did he quit to go watch some Bannerlord content? I hope he did. If he went anywhere else. They're European immigrants. Who? Who are you talking about? Morocco is not part of Canada, is it? Bleh. Morocco is not part of Europe, is it? Well, you know, I keep capturing lords like this from Mumain. Eventually, they're not gonna have much opportunity to attack me off the coast anymore. Which is what you hope for. I also need to crush that rebellion right here. I'm talking about Canada. Yeah, no, we're not. I think I've lost you in the translation somewhere. The point you're trying to make. Oh, it's a shame. I saw like a big peak. There was like 13 people in here for like a fraction of a second, and then they all disappeared. I think they caught me like right in the middle of making a political statement, and they were like, ah, nope, screw it, we're out. Which, I mean, I don't blame them. This is a gaming channel. Okay, so what was I trying to do? Yeah, I'm gonna go crush that rebellion. Let's do this real quick. And then I guess we'll see like what else is being attacked. I really... Who's here? Did I not give it any ownership? Yeah, I think I unironically did that. Okay, well, I ain't got time to waste on this drama. And party's full again. When they rebel, they should at least be able to take a town, like not a castle like this. Like, they're not gonna achieve anything that way. But to make sure he can't attack me at all, I'm gonna make sure to assault it. Anyway, supposedly there's like 5 people in here watching. Anyone that hasn't said hi yet, don't be shy. They really don't waste any time, huh? Okay, so this place is under attack and this place is under attack right now. They're probably gonna take them back. Oh, they captured a thief from Mumain, another faction that just rose up. I know these guys. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I like that it's a siege tower that's already set up. Well, we're gonna tear it right through. How am I delivering damage right now? I have no idea. Ooh, that was a good shot. Let's change the subject. What do you think of France? The country in general? It's a really nice country. I've been. And like I said last time, I do watch a lot of... I have a decent collection of French movies, classics, that I enjoy watching from time to time. Yeah, I do enjoy the culture. I do think it's a fine country. Like any of these main European countries, if you really want to get into the politics of it, they also got some imperialism issues that they don't address and pretend don't exist. But as a country, I mean, I do think it's better than Canada. They have better working conditions, they have better social safety nets too. What happened? Wait, did I lose the bridge? Yeah, the bridge is gone. It's got destroyed. That means whoever's on the side of that wall right now, they're on their own. They gotta take out the whole garrison by themselves. How did that happen? Where's the, Oh, this is completely bugged. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't think much is gonna happen now. Oh, God. I think I'll just have to retreat, no choice. So 21 for us, 97 for them. Damn. Okay, well I guess I got him to surrender. Not the best outcome, I was hoping to kill them all, but okay. No, I like France. Beautiful country. And when I went all over the place. I wasn't just in Paris. I went to a couple of places. There are lots of beautiful areas. Man. Okay, let's go back again. Like, as long as they got lords in Mumain, like, I have no choice. They're gonna keep attacking. Already destroyed. There you go. That was quick. So who are we dealing with here? Oh, there's a bunch of them. If I can attack all of them and capture all of them, that might be the last effort they can pull off. But it would be a night battle, which I hate. I can never see anything. Well, that's a good battle. And the terrain is flat. Thank God. Just gotta figure out where they are. Oh, they're in the crevice of the water for sure. Oh no, there they are. Looks like they're just charging. I don't see any attempt at formation right now. Which I don't mind. Would just make things quicker. Jesus, they're really stuck. They'll be quite literally attacking us one at a time. Okay, what are you guys doing? We don't have many people like the last time? Oh, well, it's okay. Sometimes there's peaks, you know? Like, I'll always have, like, a bunch of people showing up early on to say hi, and then sometimes, like, towards the end, I'll get a random boost and people are joining in. Hey, what's this mod? Like, it's okay. At the same time, you know, it's kind of like going to a show where there's a relatively small audience versus a big one, you know? Like, if it's a small audience, people are able to interact with me more directly, and I think, you know, they appreciate that. If there was, like, so many people that, like, it's just, like, swirling down and everything people say just disappears in the void instantly, then, you know, it makes it difficult to interact. Oh, man. This is a disaster. We've had several people, but only 2 likes. I wonder why. Because people don't know to like the stream. Also, there's 7 right now, based on what I'm saying. Don't forget to like the stream, boys. Thank you. How about the channel name? I didn't see him in any stream. It's been a while. He was mostly in the, I think I've seen him last week, but, I think usually, like, he was tuning in for, when I was playing Paris, no. Like I said, some people, like, they just miss the stream, you know, they're busy, they've got things going on. I don't judge them. But like I said, I'm positive at some point it's gonna go back up again. Yeah, what's gonna happen now is their reinforcements are gonna show up from all over the place, and now we're spread up. Yep, same happens to me. Emmy, you live stream? You have your own channel? I still hold it in second monitor to boost your views, though. Well, thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, you have the luxury of a second monitor. Not everyone has that. So, like, they gotta switch one in between. It's also possible that more people are watching, but, like, when it's not, like, on the window, it doesn't count as a view. I don't know, I should look that up. I figure, like, if you've got the stream open, even if it's on a tab that's not directly open, maybe it counts as a view anyway? That's what I figure, but I don't know. What I will say, though, like, the one thing that I'm reminded of from time to time that really... Ask us about something, we need a subject. One thing I will say that I am frequently reminded of that really frustrates me is that whatever amount of money that it shows me that I'm making per month in my analytics, it's actually twice that amount. The problem is that YouTube takes 50% of all my earnings. So just this morning, I woke up to see that, like, in the past month, it's always showing me the amount of money I've made in the past month. And I breached the $300 mark, which I hadn't done in a while. And the real number is probably 600. In that ballpark. It's just that I don't see that extra amount because that's the amount that YouTube keeps for itself. So, like, no matter what amount of money I'm making, it's actually twice that, and it really frustrates me that at the size of my channel, YouTube like can't like cut me some slack, you know, like I wish they already it's very predatory. I would argue that even with like really big channels, YouTube should not be able to take that much. But the fact that they do it with the small channels, because like, listen, yeah, they take a big amount. Yeah, and listen, what I mean is that like we have bills to pay, right? YouTube should really try and see it as more of and let's not talk about the ad spam from YouTube. Oh yeah, it's horrible. YouTube should really try and see it as more of an investment, because for someone like me who's living kind of paycheck to paycheck, like it's kind of self-induced, because I purposefully don't work as many hours as I could, because I'm trying to spend as much time as possible either on YouTube doing my content, or you know, just relaxing, taking care of my mental health. The point is, for me financially, the difference between $300 a month and $600 a month is immense. It's the difference between barely paying all of my bills and having some extra that I can, you know, feel more comfortable with. If I was making more money on YouTube, I could probably dedicate more time to YouTube and less time working, which in turn would mean I get to make more content, which means more engagement, you know? But because I don't make as much money as I could, I gotta go back to work anyway, and so the content isn't as much as it could be. So really, if YouTube, like, decided, like, okay, well, once you reach a certain amount, like, that's when we start taking more of a percentage, then I think that would just be better for everybody. But they're just like, no, it doesn't matter if it's, like, the first $100 you've ever made on your channel, we're still taking 50% of that. And Warband is here, another regular viewer. Hey man, how you doing? 2-minute ad, like, why? Unskippable now? I mean, I gotta say, like, I've surrendered myself to the real goal of YouTube, which is to force people to get YouTube Premium. I ended up getting YouTube Premium because, like, I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, this whole war they're having with, like, ad blockers. And it's not even just ad blockers. Most of the time that I watch YouTube, it's not even on my computer. I watch it on my iPad, I watch it on my phone, and the ads are just insane. It doesn't stop. And the fact that, like, now when they can't, you know, stop the ad blocker, they purposefully slow down the website. They make it extra laggy just to piss you off. Like, the lower the profit, the less they take. The bigger the profit, the more they take, because they have where to take from. Yeah, well, this is what I mean. Like, it should be a little more progressive. It would certainly help smaller YouTubers invest more time in their channels. Like, this is really counterproductive. It's very encouraging for the small party. Exactly. And hey, Car, don't worry about being late. You know, everyone shows up in their own time. But welcome to the stream. We're just complaining about how much money YouTube takes from the small content creators. Like, even, like, some people donated to Super Chat, right? I think the amount that YouTube takes for that is 30%. So, like, you give me $1, YouTube is taking 30 cents for that just because they own the platform. So, like, even the money you want to give to support the creator just ends up going to the leeches, basically. It's really exploitative. But I mean, like, all online platforms are like that, unfortunately. Ah, crap. I'm getting the sound from my headphones that the battery is running out. Hold up, I'm gonna go get my charger. Okay, we're still here. I think everything works. People aren't giving their money to YouTube. Isn't there like a third party or something that gives you 100%? Not really. I know that when it comes to YouTube, there's some people who use a different website that they then live stream to YouTube, and that way it avoids a bunch of BS that YouTube does, and some of the money they make from that site just goes to them. And if I was more serious about streaming, that's probably one of the next things I should do. But it's a bit of a process, and we need to do more research. Because right now the money you send me through YouTube goes through AdSense, which is like the same thing that pays me, and YouTube takes an amount of that as well. If you are giving me money on PayPal, it's the same thing. PayPal takes a percentage. Patreon takes a percentage, OnlyFans takes a percentage, like they all take a percentage. That's how they make their money technically, but it's also extremely predatory. Because YouTube, like they basically have an entire monopoly on online platform stuff. Like, and even like to the extent that YouTube is predatory, they're not even the worst. TikTok is even worse. I think one of the worst ones that I've seen is probably Spotify. Spotify gives pennies compared to what people actually make. It's in the fraction of pennies for like someone watching your stuff. YouTube, in comparison, is a lot more profitable. But this is also why, like, there's all kinds of different things. There's different ways of making money outside of YouTube. Like, one of the big ones, usually, is affiliate marketing. Which is like, you know, like how every time you have, like, a YouTuber that has, like, links to products in their description, when you click that link and buy something from there, a small sales commission goes straight to the YouTuber from the seller. And that's actually one of the best ways to make money on YouTube. It's not even the ad revenue, it's the affiliate marketing. And I haven't gotten into that yet, but I'm planning on doing it eventually. When I first got 1,000 subscribers and could monetize my channel, I tried to get an affiliate link from Secret Labs, which is this gaming chair right here. They're a very good company, and they often have like very crazy discounts on some of their chairs, so I was hoping to get an affiliate link from them. And they have like a link on their website to do it right away, but they turned me down. I think it's because I just had like 1,000. Maybe if I try again today, I could. Another thing, this is actually like one of the things I want to do for my Warband video, is I want to try and get a sponsor for it. Like, I've never actually had one, and I'd like to be able to do that. Just like a quick advertisement, just something that I can sell in a description, because if it ends up being another video like some of the big ones I made, like 50,000 views, all it takes is 100 people buying the product, I get the commission, and it's more money than I would ever make from the ad revenue. So I gotta get into that. In Spotify, it's getting a royalty for your song. Spotify buys your songs. Well, what happens with Spotify is that for every stream, sponsors are a really good way of making money, yes. Yeah, but I want something... You know, I wouldn't just, like, promote anything. Like, you'll never see me shout out something on my channel, like Raid Shadow Legends. It's an old meme, you know? But, like, any stupid game, I'm not interested in that. I don't think I would really go for any VPNs either. They're kind of, I don't know, I feel like, VPNs are oversold. Like this whole thing, like, oh, you know, like people are stealing your data. It's like, yeah, we know. We've known this for a long time. It's like, do people really care about that all that much? Like, we already know we're being spied on from every different angle. It's the internet. It kind of comes with the territory, I think. I've never used a VPN, and I don't really think I would ever use one. But if I was to promote products, like, I would like it to be like stuff I actually use. Like, for example, here's one. Free publicity right now. This is a repair kit for controllers. My controller was damaged. My Xbox controller, one of the shoulder buttons, didn't work anymore. It was really bothering me, and instead of buying a whole new controller, I got this kit for like $15. And I repaired my controller by myself with just the tools that are in there. It's perfect. So like if it's something like that, you know, like one-time purchases is also something that I really like as a concept. You know, it's like as a concept, like it's anything new. Like it's the subscription basis that is really a problem now these days. But like something that you get people to like, okay, like this is like a one-time purchase. You buy this thing, it's really cheap, and it's going to be something that you're going to find useful for the rest of your life. Like a little toolkit here with like the tiny screwdrivers for the tiny screws, and it's magnetized. It's great, you know. One product that I'd like to reach out to the manufacturer is I have this cleaning product for computer screens and phone screens and stuff like that. One of the things, you know, I get my screens dirty from coughing sometimes, and like you don't realize it, but like all that stuff, you're coughing onto your screen and it gets dirty after a while, and then you want to clean it up, but you don't want to damage your screens at the same time. Like, it's just a little spray that you put on a towel, you wipe it, and it cleans everything. And I mean everything. And it cost me $10 like 4 years ago, and I still have it. Like, it works amazing. And sometimes people don't realize like what's out there that's just so useful and so simple at the same time. I would totally promote that kind of stuff on my channel. And I also feel this is something that people can use. People on my channel, it's a gaming channel, people have screens, people have controllers that are a little buggy, that like if they could fix instead of buying a whole new controller, they probably would. Like and congratulations, Shortcut, on becoming my first ever member. A whole new member. This is the other thing that I wanted to bring up, but thank you so much, man. Oh my god. Yeah, NordVPN, like, oversimplified. Yeah, I mean... We'll get to oversimplified in a moment, because I have to say something about that. There's Karu who also said, wanted to contact the company through Gmail, like message them and tell them about you. Absolutely, this is what I'm talking about. It would be like starting the process and trying to get that sponsorship. Absolutely. So this is something I gotta get into. Yeah, but thank you so much, Shortcut. And I did announce memberships recently on my channel. I created a new tier, so if everyone's ever interested in that, it's $1. I did, and really, like, I gotta be honest with you guys, if you become a member, it's really just to symbolically support the channel because you want to. Because in terms of what you actually get from it, not so much. You can see the description. It's mostly just like, you know, you'll be highlighted as a member when you comment. You'll have priority in comment sections and stuff like that. But when it comes to actually creating exclusive content for members, like realistically right now, I barely have enough energy and time to make the regular content that I'm making for my channel. So I can't really create a membership with extra stuff for people. So really it's more like symbolic. So welcome to Dukers, to Shortcut. Yep. Thank you so much, man. And if anyone wants to have a membership right now, it's the lowest tier that YouTube offers. It's $1 a month. It's just if you want to do it, you know. Thank you so much, Shortcut. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, but you could be advertising something from Canada which isn't guaranteed to provide in the EU. Yeah, I guess, but like it would be like stuff you can buy online, you know. I would have to look into it, obviously, but at the same time, just the fact that I would be advertising, I think is just a good thing to do, you know, to grow my channel. But yeah, the one thing I will say about Oversimplified is that regardless of what he's promoting, at least there's some effort in the way he does it. A better example of what I'm talking about is Internet Historian. Say what you would about Internet Historian, because he's been accused of some plagiarism in some one of his biggest videos, and I think he had some reactionary tendencies, but some of his content is actually pretty good. And when Internet Historian makes an ad for a product like a sponsorship, they are so good. Like, I'm not talking about the product itself because he's going to be talking about NordVPN, he's going to be talking about World of Tanks and stuff like that, but the ads are really funny. He puts a lot of effort into them. My favorite ads that Internet Historian did was probably for like Raycons. It's worth it for me since I watch all your videos. Well, thank you. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. So you have the credit for the first donation and the first membership, so keep that with you for the rest of your life. It's your title to hold. When I get my first paycheck, maybe after 2 years. Okay, so Zakara, this is what I was talking about earlier when you were talking about Warband. Like, you really don't have any money to your name. You don't have a job. Your parents support you for everything, I guess. I mean, I don't judge you, but it really sucks that you would not even have... Dude, how did they get this far just to take one town? It's a shame that, you know, you couldn't get your own copy of Warband when it's already so cheap, you know? I mean, do buy the game before you consider giving me a membership. I think the devs are more entitled to your money than I am. But thank you all, you guys. Oh my god. First membership ever. Nice. But yeah, this is what I mean, you know, I would be down to get some sponsorships like that I think are a little more interesting. Dude, they all get me into ambushes, I don't get it. And I think at the same time, you don't necessarily have to promote everything that you get an affiliate link for. Like, I could go on NordVPN right now, create an account and create an affiliate link, and just leave it in my comment section without ever talking about it. And if people decide one day to get the NordVPN subscription, and they want to support me, they could just use my link to get it. That's another thing I can do. You are so happy right now? Well, I'm always happy when people support me like that. I mean, I want to make it clear, like, people don't have to do anything, like... any YouTuber or content creator of any kind that ever feels, like, entitled to your money just for making content, I think is pretty, you know, snobbish. But, of course, if people, like, choose to support you out of their own volition because they like your content, like, it's always very nice to see. It's very touching, seriously. This is why, like, you guys got me so hyped up a few weeks ago when you all started donating. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god. But I will say one of my main character flaws, I think, when it comes to creating my own channel is that I'm very much an artist with no business model. I don't really think of that stuff. I don't really strategize. I don't really do anything even remotely close to the things I could do to really boost my channel. But at this point, I have no one to blame but myself for that. I just gotta take a moment to really get into it, and for some reason, I always forget. Let me go drop my prisoners off. Actually, let me see if there's a broker here. Nope. So as I said earlier, but briefly, I think what's going to happen now is I'm just going to be getting into a bunch of fights, trying to capture as many lords as I can, until, you know, they can't attack me anymore, and then I'm going to go back on the offensive. That's always the problem I end up having. Oh god, I completely forgot here that they were attacking the castle, and I just lost it. If I've known, I could have attacked it right away. Yeah. But oh well, it's not too late. They're right here. I can trap them. That was just the one guy? Nope, there's another one. No, I can feel you, like, yes, I got my first member, yes. Yeah, well, you know. Okay, I don't care. I'm just gonna order them to charge at this point, because I'm so fed up. I feel like even just charging casually like that, carelessly rather, is still gonna lead to less casualties than if I just did like a sword battle automatically, you know? I think, and the final thing after that, like if I really want to like make more monetization on my channel, is if I came up with some merch. Which I have no idea what I would make. You know, what could I make physically that is like tied to the channel in terms of thematics that people might actually be willing to buy? I have no clue. It usually ends up being either t-shirts or coffee mugs with a logo on it. What if I had a coffee mug with just my avatar on it? Could I do that? And another donation. It's in RON, which RON, which I don't know what. Oh my god, that's a big donation, man. I didn't know the currency, but Google tells me right away it comes to about $15. Thank you so much. Wow. Dude, thank you. I'm really caught off guard. I didn't expect that at all. Jesus. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad you like the Warband mod videos. Just for you, I'll be working extra hard on the next one. The video, by the way, will be about all the latest updates for all the mods. So if there's a mod that you'd like to see in there, and it's one that's been recently updated, feel free to mention it, and I'll make sure to cover it as long as it fits the criterias. Thank you. Sell salt like Nike? Nike sold salt? That's crazy. And Surely Not Me is here too. Hey man, welcome to the stream. Sorry, I kind of got distracted there. I got a big dono. Wow. Yo, seriously. Yeah, I thought it's going to in euro. Yeah, what's RON? What's that currency? I'm curious. Because euro, it's the pound, right? It's. But I mean, it translates it to me. OnlyFans is still a great monetization option. I've been telling my girlfriend, she doesn't want to. It'd have to just be me alone. I don't know about that. Besser would definitely pay for that, I'm sure. Romanian currency. Okay, well, thank you. Emmy from Romania. In Romania, you have your own currency in addition to the pound? I guess is why you ended up with that. But yeah, it translates in Canadian dollars to 15.78, which is substantial. It's almost, for me, it's almost an hour of work. Like at my regular job, it's almost a full hour right there. Thank you. It fell off a bit this year. Oh, yeah. Well. Happens to all the currencies. Usually, Canadian and American dollars are pretty close, but for a while now, it's pretty wide apart. The craziest one, though, is Korean money. South Korean money, it's like 1,000 of that currency for 1 Canadian dollar. So, like, $1 here is 1,000 in South Korean. Isn't Romania in the EU? Yes, it is, but it's possible that they still have, like, their own currency in addition to the pound, I guess. I don't know how that works. I figure, like, all countries in the EU share the same currency, but I guess they also have their own. It could make sense, I guess. They had the Picts had crossbows in the Dark Ages. They would have had to be the ones who invented it first. That's impressive. Yeah, exactly. They still have their own currency. But hey, I can't thank you enough, man. Amy, this is amazing. Thank you so much. We have our first membership and we have a donut on this stream. It's wow. I saw another lord somewhere. I guess he flew past me. Yes, but in South Korea has higher purchasing power. Like normal bread would cost 2,000, which is like $2, so it's actually really cheap. How's the playthrough being updates? Can you rephrase that? I'm not sure what you mean. In terms of the campaign right now, if that's what you're asking about, more of the same. it's the same thing as usual. Like, I fight a big faction and they have a lot of lords. The lords will attack a castle somewhere or raid a village. And until I capture all of the lords and imprison them, it's really difficult to go on the offensive and actually go on to conquer stuff because they, you know. Yeah, that's what you meant, yeah. So I'm just capturing lords, more lords being captured, and eventually they won't be able to attack anymore, and then I'll just attack some more. No, I mean like Nike Giovanni, he has his product. He sells salt, a product everyone uses. Yeah, and it's like Kanye West, who years ago sold his own line of t-shirts. They were white t-shirts, like just white, completely plain shirts, but it's the Kanye design shirt, and so he sold it for like ridiculous amounts. Like, no food. But I do think I have more prisoners I just kept on the side here. Well, I will be going now. Wish you a great time, and thanks again for all your hard work. Well, thank you for making it worth it even more. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time, or on the next video. I see there's more people in here. I don't know if it's the same people or just new ones. Don't be shy if you're new here. Dude, look, you guys can't really see. You can only see like the edge because of my webcam, but like these are all lords that I'm holding prisoners. As long as these lords are prisoners, they can't make new armies and attack my villages. So that's what we're looking for. Just collect all the enemy lords we can find. Is the TTS thing not an option on YouTube? What's TTS? What does that stand for? Okay, I'm already full. Okay. Also still close to running out of food. Always. Like it reads out the donation messages. Oh, I don't like those. They're annoying. It's like you're trying to talk and it just like speaks over you. It's really annoying. I'd rather to read them myself, you know, give people the, at least give people the pleasure of me having me reading out their messages to me. You know, I think that's, that's kinder, no? I'm not that lazy. Okay, let's give the troops some rest. They need it badly. That's gonna massively boost my morale, I'm sure. $36 morale. Yeah, they were exhausted, poor guys. Maybe streamers use some third-party software for that. Yeah, and it's... I find it annoying, personally, that they do that. They shouldn't. What would be cool, like, one software that I should use is that, like, because right now, like, I have the live stream going on, but, like, I should find a way to, Jesus. To have the live stream play on the screen, and then, like, when people, like, give a super chat or something, that it should appear, like, you know, in focus. That's the one thing I should work on. But like I said again, like, because I don't stream a lot, I haven't really gotten around to, like, setting up most of it. But it's like, you know, doing the merch and creating the memberships and getting the affiliated links. You know, it's effort I gotta put into. You know, it's on me for not doing it. Yeah, it would be. That's what I mean. Also because, like, there's been moments where, like, I was trying to make clips of my live streams to put on the main channel as a main video, and sometimes I'll be responding to people in the live stream in the chat, but because the chat doesn't capture directly on the stream, it doesn't get recorded. So that's not a problem. I think the problem is some people will use it to say something racist or inappropriate, and you can't stop it. Well, I do have some moderation. Moderation, which I think will get it before it happens, but that is also a problem. I've had someone, like, on one of my first live streams drop the N-word, and not like in the voice chat, not in, like, the voice bot or something, just, like, in the thing, just by writing it somewhat differently. It was really annoying. I wish people had better things to do. And who's this right now? Romar Roca says, have you seen a new update for 5780? Yes, I have. I played it yesterday. I'm adding it to my list of mods for the next video. But like I said, there's some technical issues with it that comes from its upload on ModDB, and one of the modders sent me a fix for it, and I have yet to install it properly. But, I mean, it is a great mod. The one thing that I'm waiting to see for myself is if they added the siege mechanic from Brytenwalda that I was hoping they would use. And they told me that 2 years ago, they told me they were working on getting it in the next update. I haven't actually checked to see if they did. Or something resembling it. I'm sure someone will spoil it for me now that I bring it up, but... Okay, not under siege yet. So these are the main towns that I took that's the main town I took initially, and they took it back from me, so the garrison should be fairly small. Easy conquest, easy pickings. Start from there and work our way up. Oh boy. Now we gotta deal with them too. But you know what? It's a good thing, because we know they have some castles around here, and now I can take them. So I guess we'll be fighting them too. It is what it is. So we have some castles, like, right around here somewhere. Because their color is so similar, yeah, these ones I thought used to be theirs, but I guess not anymore. Okay, so it's just this one castle. This one castle's belonged to them this entire time, so I'm just gonna take it. And then I guess we'll see whoever shows up. I wasn't kidding in the announcement of this stream when, like, I get a message that a village got raided every 5 seconds. It really does keep happening. Only 126. They never bothered to garrison it properly either. Oh, whoops. Okay, Shortcut says, what mod game are you gonna play when you finish with Brytenwalda? I was actually thinking of the possibility of playing Shakuo on Bannerlord if I can get it to run smoothly and live stream smoothly. That could be an interesting thing to do. If not, then I'll be playing any other Warband mod, and from there, Outcaesar on the Hill was brought up at some point, but I think it's just a little too complicated. Maybe 457 AD would be a fun one to play. That's crazy. But I'm not sure yet. We got a couple more live streams, I think, before we get there. Who held you as hostage? What are you talking about, Devon? Welcome to the stream, by the way. What are you asking? Who held me hostage? Not sure I understand. Manage the garrison. Man, look at this buffy boy. This is crazy. I love how every time they don't have armor, they try to make them like super muscular, but they just end up really fat. I tried playing Shakuo, but it never loads into a battle when I tried it. Well, experiences vary, because for me it worked phenomenally well. The only crashes I got was from sea battles, and I don't even like them anyway, so... It's just an internal loading screen. Well, you would have to... did you try... There's an option in the menu to preload the shaders or something. It gives you a really long loading, but it makes everything work pretty smoothly afterwards. Normally. Being on an SSD will probably help as well. In India, bread costs $0.3. Yeah, that's pretty cheap and nice, but you're also probably... Your minimum wage is also probably considerably lower, so I don't know. Yeah, you've been looking back at the old chats? Not that it's been that long. Play 16th century, it's good. Did they update it recently? Because it wasn't that great when I played it. Like, it was impressive, it's huge, but it's not like they have a whole lot of features. I tried that as well, but it also never finished. I waited 1 hour and it did not compile a single shader in that time. Well, sometimes the message at the bottom of the screen is frozen as well. Just, you really gotta give it time. Depending on your computer, it can take well over an hour. That's what you gotta consider. Like $2 minimum wage. Well, you're there, surely not me. You tell me. I don't mean to presume.
That's great.
I think I got everyone now. Still not a full army. Is Brytenwalda that hard? Also, you can create your own faction troops or no? I don't think you can create your own troop factions, but it is a pretty hard mod. If you look at the first live streams, we were struggling for a long time before things got manageable. We can have maids to clean and cook food for cheap. That sounds nice, though. Just having someone do the chores. I have a cousin who was living in Thailand for a while, and they did have like a maid. Not a maid, a nanny to help with the kid and also do some of the chores. Okay, so Willian is going to attack eventually, but I don't know where, so let's just focus on going on the offense for now, I guess. Yeah, winter really sucks. Who is that person behind? There's always someone asking. It's the teenager. He's here for the summer. He doesn't have a job yet, so he's just chilling. So you're often going to find him in the back listening to music on the Xbox or something. You'll very often see him there. Until he gets a job, that is. Okay, this place is under attack. Probably by Winil, I'm guessing. Aha! Ooh, that's a lot of them, though. Oof. We could end up in another crazy fight like last time. I don't know about that. Well, there's a lot of people in here. All of us together, there's over 1,000 of us. And those troops are pretty solid. I don't know if it's gonna be enough, but dude, that guy's got 800. Hey, we got 2 members? I just saw that I got a new member. Or maybe I missed it. I think it's surely not me. Hey, man! Thank you so much. One of the OGs has become a member. Thank you. Don't you get Warband fatigue? I haven't been able to play for a while. Well, it's my job now. Makes it easier. I thought he was your stepson. He is. I just called him the teenager for simplicity. Yeah, we got another member, because his color changed to green with a star. I was like, what? Okay, well, you guys were... Who was there 2 weeks ago when we had this exact same siege against a much bigger army, and we only narrowly got defeated, and all my troops ended up as prisoners, so by capturing it right after, I basically got my whole army back, and it was like I never got defeated. We might be able to do this again, but unless they got other lords coming, it should be much easier. Because last time it was like 700 against like 2,500. Now the numbers are much closer. Is he one of the guys that really like me? Yes. Yeah, you were there, so... Yeah. You guys were both there. So let's see if we can do the same thing, huh? I was praying for your defeat, and you got your wish, although not for long, huh? Oh, well, if he's leaving, we're switching to defeat in detail, boys. Yeah, really pure evil. It's a very dysfunctional relationship between me and Good Guy because he's been supporting me since the beginning, and but at the same time, he's always wishing for my demise. You know, it's interesting. Yeah, he's the good guy. You know, he's a nice guy. Really, that's what it is. Yeah, I've started Charter compilation now. Well, like I said, be patient. And if you had any plans of using the computer anytime soon, like, you know, do put some time aside if you're going to be doing that, because it can take a long time. This is what I tried with the Old Realms, because the Old Realms is the only other mod to my knowledge that offers that same option. And yeah, it can take a really long time. With the Old Realms, the first time I launched the game, it was like a good hour launch. And building the shaders took like well over an hour and a half. So like I would just put it on and go watch Netflix on the TV or something while I wait. Maybe it's finished until the stream ends. Well, the stream is gonna end in about an hour and 15 minutes if things go well. Are they just attacking? Yes, they are. Idiots. All my CPUs are at 100%. Yeah, well, that's gonna happen. That means it's working. I would also suggest, if you really want to make sure it works well, to not, like, leave the game to go do something else. You know, just leave the game on. You paid 100% for it? So using 16 gigs of RAM, so it's doing something. Well, yeah, there you go. It's working. It's doing its thing. You just gotta be patient. I think what this channel needs is some controversy. What kind of controversy are we talking about right now? Yeah, because controversy does drive engagement, I suppose. The temperature here is 34. Here right now, thankfully, it's cooled off a bit. We're at 25 right now, according to Windows 11. Don't know how accurate that is. But yeah, it's been much hotter in the past few days, and now it's cooled off a bit, which is nice. I'm not sweating at all. Enough for slub channels to pick it up. I mean, I think the problem with slub channels is they tend to go against, like, the big content creators and celebrities, because that's where they get the engagement from. The fact that the people... it's not so much the fact that the channels are big and controversial. It's not so much the fact that they're controversial, it's the fact that they're big, so talking about them drags attention, you know? Kind of like an example of that would be Pedro Pascal, the actor. You know, he's made some arguments in the past. He's been critical of some social issues and everything. And the sub-channels, like, really went against Pedro Pascal for it. But that's because Pedro Pascal is famous. It's not so much because he was controversial, because he's fine. You know? It's kind of the same thing, you know? Like, maybe I could do something that's spicy or whatever, but, like, people aren't actually going to be talking about it if I'm not really that well known. If we want to be like really specific about the topic, you need to do something very outrageous and include a big channel in it. So what you're saying is I need to be spicier when I'm trashing Metatron. That's basically what you're saying. This is what I said to Trail Black when I was talking to him last week. Like, I could become Metatron's own Sam Cedar, just making so much content, trashing him, trashing his content, attacking his character, just like really like going all in, you know? We can plan ahead. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm talking about. You know, something like that. Oh man, I didn't realize it was already full. Whoops. In this economy, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I get that. Okay, so I defeated these two guys. But the king, with 800 men, left. I'm just trying to figure out where he went. There he is. If I can defeat him and capture him, that'd be great. Oh, he decided to turn around and fight me. There's a bit of fog, which is annoying. 880 must have received late reinforcements. Flat terrain, please. Great. We need Warband too. That would be Banner Lord, right? Well, they're marching towards us. They look like they have way more people, but they don't really. That's Mountain Blade 2. Oh, so you would need Mountain Blade Warband 2 instead of Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. Got it. Guys, what are you doing? Just told you to hold position there, man. Why are you rotating? Damn. What about the Warband remaster? Maybe that's what you're asking for. All games are getting remakes now. The Warband remake. That's what you want. I mean, it would be good to like fix all the issues with the lack of multi-core performance. But mods would have to be all redone from scratch, which I think might be a deal breaker. What will you do when you get a 100k sub? That's very optimistic. I don't know what I'd have to do at this point to get 100k. I wish more people, I just wish more people actually subscribe to support the channel. You know, a lot of people watch the content and they don't subscribe, and that means they're not guaranteed returning viewers necessarily. I just hope the War Cells DLC is gonna be good. Well, I read they made a post on Steam talking about giving more details about what it's gonna be like, and there are interesting. They are introducing some things that look pretty interesting. I have to look back at it to remember, but there was a lot of different weather systems. They had the option to siege, to attack a castle from the sea, you know, to blockade or break out. Even you can break out by sea and escape a settlement when you're under siege. Which, that does look pretty cool. But yeah, honestly, what I would hope is that when I do reach 100k subscribers, that it's my full-time job by then, and I can actually quit my regular job and just live off of my YouTube earnings. That would be fantastic. It's kind of the whole goal, actually, you know. Maybe I'll treat myself to something, you know. Maybe take my girlfriend to dinner to celebrate the 100k, you know. That'd be nice. I mean, we did it when I reached the 1000, so we might as well try to do that again, you know. Sea battles with siege engines? You mean like siege towers on the ships kind of thing? Like Alexander the Great did? That would be pretty cool. We got someone else who came into chat. Ice Azura, what's new? Nothing much, just completing the same same campaign. It's going alright, bit of grind, but that's part of the fun. Thanks for joining the stream. Mikhail is back with, what do you plan on streaming after conquering the current mod? Well, that's what people keep asking me, and like I just said like 10 minutes ago, I'm thinking maybe of doing a Shakuo livestream next. That could be interesting. Not sure yet. Like shooting at each other with ballistas. I don't mean hand-to-hand combat. Also, you can mean like ballistas on the ships and stuff. Yeah, that could be cool. Like siege engines on the ships. Yeah, I can see it. That'd be cool. To be honest, your videos made from the live streams don't have entertaining aspects to them. Like, I can't watch them whole. Yeah, and that's why I stopped making them. Part of the idea when I was making them was to try and keep the channel engagement going while I was making bigger videos. But I kind of just realized that I'm kind of just making slop, really. Like, it did build, like, there was a small viewer base that were watching them and were eager to watch them. But, yeah, it's like you said, it didn't have, like, the same level of quality and entertainment, so it was kind of too lazy for that. Yo, you guys, do you know about upcoming new mods? I am preparing a video on it, but unfortunately it's gonna take a few weeks for that video to be released, so... I mean, there's a lot of mods that have been updated recently, and it's really exciting. Off the top of my head, there's Paris Snow, that got a new update that was badly needed after 3 years. 457 AD got updated, A World of Ice and Fire, American Civil War revived, so there's a lot of them. Thermometer, hello. Hey man, welcome to the stream. You see, Zakaria, this is what I was talking about. Like, suddenly more people are joining the stream. I see it right now. We have currently like maybe 13 people watching, but it varies because people kind of tune out very quickly. But I'm getting another spike right now. The last spike I had like that was almost an hour and a half ago. Suddenly people are just showing up, and hopefully they stick around. Welcome, everybody. Karen that also asked, have you tried Kingdoms and Castles? No, that doesn't actually ring a bell at all. I don't know what that game is. There was a game that's been advertised recently as like similar to Mount and Blade games that looked really interesting. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
I heard that, by the way.
Because I seen a trailer for that and that looked interesting. Do a World of Ice and Fire, keep conquering, man. From Thomas, welcome to the stream, man. World of Ice and Fire could be an interesting possibility, yeah. Pretty similar to Brytenwalda because it's based on it. And it is actually like really well polished, I gotta say. But it's also really hard, like even harder than Brytenwalda, which is crazy. Like how do you make something even harder, you know? Okay, I think what we need right now is a tactical retreat. Do I have reinforcements coming? Yes, I do. Okay. Because this first wave is about to get slaughtered, and I just hate that they're getting killed instead of wounded. That's a problem. But we're still coming strong. Maybe we can hold down until the reinforcements get here, but
No.
they still got some way to go. Things happen fast. But we're holding on. Was that all of them for this wave? Yes it was. Okay. Do you know Battlelord mod Bandit Militias? If that's the name of that mod specifically, no I don't. But I could write it down for future videos. What is it? Like it adds more bandit troops, I guess? Yeah, so World of Ice and Fire is tough. It's ridiculously tough. Like, just upgrading troops is crazy expensive. Their wages are crazy expensive. Damage dealt, like everything. It's insanely punishing. Okay, we finally got them all. Okay. Well, hopefully this last one does it. Okay, well, see, there you go, I told you. Alright, it was even quicker, maybe, like, it kind of resumed the process that you had forced quit on. But that's definitely possible, so yeah, there you go. Feel free to try it now and see how that goes. Oh god, because of I lost my first main wave of elite troops, now I have a crap ton of archers being deployed. I think this is what I meant, like this you just gotta give it some time. It's like a game of chicken. Just don't cave out first, you know? Do I have to do it every time I play the game? No, you don't. It's a one-time thing. Once it's done, it's done. So maybe if you play different mods, it might need to reload them. But I'm not sure about that. Don't quote me on that. But no, once you've done it, it's a one-time thing, and you'll be fine from now. What skill would you like to learn? Something from Fantasy World. Like as a skill I could use in real life, from something you would see in a fantasy world. Good question. You might as well be asking me what kind of superhero power I would like to have. Kind of in the same ballpark. I think teleportation. Teleportation is just a really good one, you know. I don't have to commute to work. I can just do things much more easily, get anywhere I want to travel, you know. Yeah, I think teleportation, like of any spells that I've seen, like something that I could use to my benefit that would like really make the most of it. Yep, teleportation. When bandits get close, they band together with a hero. Oh, that's interesting. That could be an interesting summon to try, yeah. I'll keep that in mind. I will say from one of the Warband mods video I did a few months ago, one of the bandit mods I really like from Bannerlord is Soulberry. This mod is insane. The ability to have your own safe house and bandit lairs and, you know, build your own crime empire. And the option to sabotage, to capture and assassinate lords. That was a really cool mod. Very daring. But actually really well balanced too. You would learn I think you mean psychic abilities? Like being able to mind control and stuff like that? Read people's minds? Yeah, that'd be cool too. I mean, all powers in fantasy worlds are cool. It's just, you know, if you always have to pick one, like which one are you gonna pick, you know? Do you know Bannerlord mod Warlord? Yes, I've covered it in some videos. It's pretty cool. It adds back the same battle notifications, it adds feasts, and a bunch of other things, yeah. May finally you join. What do you mean? Oh, May finally you join? May is here? Oh yeah, the best fantasy skill is being the writer's favorite. Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, May, welcome to the stream. Zakaria here was missing you. And hey, May, I'm just gonna drop it there, you know? Just as a subliminal message. But the good guy just got a membership on the channel. You could be third if you want to. No pressure, obviously. What is your favorite house in the World of Ice and Fire and TV series? I gotta say House Martell. I just like Dorne in general. I think they're pretty awesome. Very progressive and just very laid back and confident. They're all kind of badass. And I mean, House Martell, Dorne is the only country that successfully defeated the Targaryens in their invasion and killed their dragons. I mean, how do you top that? So yeah, House Martell and Oberyn is one of my favorite characters. They're pretty awesome. If you think about it, atheist characters in fiction are wrong and theists are correct because the writer exists. Yeah, and the writer is God. You're absolutely right. Checkmate, liberals. Oh, you like Bravusi? Well, Bravusi is not really a house. It's one of the free cities, right? So, I mean, they are pretty cool too. They're kind of like Venice in real life, you know, that's what they're based on. And they're pretty cool. Yes, Oberyn is legit OP. I told my girlfriend that if we ever had a son, I wanted to call my son Oberyn. I think it's a great name. And she said sure. Although I don't think it makes no sense that the Mortals survived in any way. I mean, it does. Like, if you read the story of how that campaign went, from what I understand, they basically probably had like a network of shelters on the ground. That's why they survived most of the attacks by the dragons in spite of the entire country being burned. But my boy Darren was cheated. Which Darren are we talking about now? But hold on. Oh, the music finished. Just give me a sec, guys. Start the music over, because my I gotta get a playlist that lasts for at least 3 hours. I gotta keep adding more stuff. Okay, well, I defeated the Winiel King, the young dragon. Oh yeah. I'm a bit rusty on my lore, but I gotta say, like, if I could do like my own spin-off series on Game of Thrones based on my movie, like, I would like to do the campaign of the Targaryen invasion of Dorne. That would be so epic. The one who almost conquered Dorne. Yeah. And what happened? That because that's not the first invasion. That's the second one. And in the second invasion, they basically conquered everything. And as soon as they left, the Mortals started popping up and destroyed everything again. Wasn't that it? With the one lord who who took the one of the lord's castles, and they just had a bed filled with scorpions that they dropped on him as soon as he went to sleep. That's nasty. I've heard there's a reenactment of the invasion of Dorne in Gaza. Oh my god. Not the best joke to make about that one. That's horrible. Get a better wallpaper? Yeah, I should, but gives me a sense of clean, you know, because I did a clean install 2 months ago and it's like it's still clean and fresh. So I'm sticking to that. No political, yeah, exactly. Still need more troops. Okay, finally full. Okay, well, we captured the Lord of Winiel. I don't know what kind of other attacks they'll do, but do you know Bannerlord mod White Walk Army? You can infect your enemies. Well, I know of the Realm of Thrones, which is the total conversion for Game of Thrones. And I looked it up recently, I tried it, and yeah, it was really good. You can, in fact, be a White Walker and have your zombies, but I don't know if there's another mod you're talking about. Do tell. You don't need Realm of Thrones. Okay, so it would be like a White Walker zombie invasion mod, but just for native Calradia. Okay, that's interesting. But at that point, I would rather just yeah, I want to sell my prisoners, but I don't have a ransom broker. So I think I'll just store them for now. Store the prisoners. Alright, guys, you go into storage until I can ransom you. Brytenwalda is actually based on a true story. Brytenwalda was a real person who was executed by the Saxons for trying to civilize the British people. Interesting. Well, I know there's definitely an emphasis on historical accuracy, because like even the names of the town is reflective of the time period, which I'm not that familiar with, but like someone told me, and I didn't know that until they told me, but like Cantawara Burr is actually Canterbury. That's what this is, and I was like, I had no idea. Like even like a London Vic, which is London. This one I would have figured out because I know more or less where London is geographically, but like I have no idea what that is. I think this here is York. I have no idea. What, your top 3 medieval games? My top 3 medieval games for me? Well, Warband is definitely number 1 if it counts as medieval. Kingdom Come Deliverance is definitely going to be in there as well. I really enjoyed the Kingdom Come Deliverance. I have yet to play the second one. As another one after that, I don't actually play that many medieval games. It's been a long time. If we're just talking about like that York killed my soul. Oh no, you're right. It's not York. Damn it. York is way up there. I'm sorry. I know. York is somewhere here. I was thinking of a different one. I know there's a town here that's I forgot which one it is, but yeah, York is more closer to the Scottish border. Yeah. My bad. I'm not that familiar with London, England geography. It was off by a bit, yeah. Stop. Oh, okay, yeah, this is York. Technically doesn't exist yet, but this would be in this area. Okay, so this one. But that's the closest. Yeah, you see, like, okay, you congrats. You're better than me. Make Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Well, I have yet to buy it to get into it, so. Anywho, with everything that's been happening, I haven't made much progress. I'm trying to take this town. Will we be able to, or I'm gonna get attacked somewhere else again? Probably get attacked somewhere else again. But the attacks have also slowed down, in case you haven't noticed. Fort Rio is not really attacking me anymore, and that's probably because I got most of their lords. The ones that do exist, they can only raid my villages. Anyway, yeah, if you were going to say medieval games in terms of like any games, fantasy or real, that takes place in like a medieval thing, then I would probably put Diablo 2 in there as well. It's one of my personal classics, Diablo 2. So yeah, Diablo 2, Warband, Kingdom Come Deliverance, that would be my top 3 medieval games. Oh, well, they've got a guy in here. Do you know the Rangers of Practice book series? Unfortunately, no, because I don't read a lot. I just started a new book that actually the actor who played Tyrion on my fan film, he wrote a book, a fantasy book, and it's really good, and I just started reading it. And I'm still in the first chapters or so. But I don't find that I have a lot of time to read, and I need to be in the right mindset to read. If I feel even the mildest headache from not sleeping well, I can't read. It's too much for me. Do you like Crusader Kings 3? I keep hearing a lot about it. Unfortunately, I've never gotten around to playing it. Hey, well, here's something we don't see often. Why did they attack me when they don't have the troops? But here, defending a siege camp. We haven't done that in a while. Try Audible. Yeah, Audible. I mean, well, first of all, my friend's book is not going to be on the Audible because it's in French and he hasn't gotten around to doing that yet. But yeah, I could probably listen to books. Could probably go a little better. I agree. I read half an hour a day and it keeps me going, a good habit. Yeah, it's a very good habit, and I encourage you to keep at it. It's been harder for me. It's too much of a mental toll lately, but I read pretty much every year. Like, there's always a moment where I get into a book and I manage. The last time I read like really steadily was when I read the Game of Thrones books, and even that was like years ago. But what I did back then is because I was working like crazy. I was working in TV at the time, and I was doing these crazy hours. And I was just trying to read at the end of the day to really knock myself out so that when I go to bed, like, I'm completely fried. That's what I would do. So I would read a chapter of Game of Thrones books every night before bed. And that's how I read the whole series. Sometimes I would get into it and read more than a chapter. But, people overrate reading books and place too much emphasis on it. You can watch an absolutely enlightening documentary, but read absolute junk of a book. That's true. I'm compelled to agree on that. But listening to audiobooks is also something I should try and get into personally. I have a friend who read the entire Game of Thrones books while driving. He had a lot of driving to do for work, and he had the audiobooks playing in the car, and that's how he read the whole thing. Oh boy, we're getting overwhelmed. That's not how that's not how I meant it, Deme. Come on. I mean, it's because I'm just saying it's because reading is a mental exercise, and it gets you to focus specifically on the book, which is what you want. Because if you're like overwhelmed with work and whatever, like it's there's another massive wave coming, but they're gonna be stuck in the barricades. No, they're trying to work around. Poor horsies, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Also, I should really do better to try and stick to Hey Terry, have you signed the top stomp killing games petition? I haven't. I should look more into what that is, but from what I understood, it seemed pretty simple. I mean, pretty good initiative, I think. But it's like I don't play online games, so that doesn't really affect me much, to be honest. Although I should still, just on principle. Camp is getting overwhelmed now. I'm gonna lose this battle. Oh my god. As a duker, you feel sad. Your companions carry you away from the fighting. So how did that go? 129 for us, 277 for them. At least I got the first aid, so I can stay in direct the next fight, even if I'm not gonna do much. Let me go get my horse. Is it defeat I see? No, not quite. I mean, besides, like, we already outnumbered them. There's no way they're gonna get through it this time. Just make sure all my infantry's there in the middle to make sure they're all in the fight. Impaled mid-air, yeah. Have you watched the new Jurassic Park movie? I personally think it was mid. Unfortunately, I have a really hard time watching new movies. It implies going to the movie theater, and I don't have any money for it. The one movie that I would really like to go watch right now is the new Superman film. I hear it's really good, so I'd really like to watch that one. Damn, finally. Watch F1 movie. Let's go to it. F1? What's F1? Yeah, I'm really... I used to be a big cinephile and know all the big movies, and now, like, I've been completely behind for years. It's horrible. It's really sad. Formula 1? Still no idea. It's a movie? Okay. With Brad Pitt? Ah, he's a cool actor. Yeah, I like Brad Pitt. Is that like an autobiography or something? I've heard it's woke or something. We're talking about Formula 1 or Superman now? Because I know Superman, lots of people lost their minds at it. That much is true. Apparently because he's unambiguously pro-immigration. I will say, on the topic of movie, I do find it really funny how the right wing don't seem to get symbolism in movies and don't seem to get the politics of the movies, and they always think all the movies are apolitical until it's becoming like obviously woke that they lose their minds. It's like you never figured that out. Like the last time it really happened was like with The Boys, and you know people started realizing that it was woke with the last season, and it's like you never understood for like the first 3 seasons was too subtle, so you just didn't pick on it with all the hints before that. Oh man. Poor guy. Making a stand here. Like a biography of an old racer, F1 $300 million budget movie. Well, all movies are so ridiculously expensive these days. I don't know where that money goes. I suspect most of the movie in those like really huge budget films doesn't even go towards production. I think it's just the salary that the producer gives to himself. Because there's no way they cost $300 million. If anything, Superman is the illegal alien. Yeah, literally. He's literally an alien, yeah, like you said. But that's kind of the whole point. The whole point of Superman is that he came to America. He came to embrace the ideals of America, which is the land of opportunity. It's the land for people to start fresh and, you know, embrace freedom. That's what Superman is. Jesus Christ. That was an overly long siege just because of these two stuck in the back. She tried to retreat, but then she got the message, can't retreat, there are enemies nearby. Another one. One at a time, I guess. Oh, those guys were really stupid. They really attacked like one at a time. I just pirate movies myself. I do too sometimes. I have a website that I use for any movie I can't find on Netflix. I just go right there. I used to have this other thing. I used to have a Crave subscription for The Last of Us and other like HBO stuff, and it's just stopped working for some reason, so I just went on the pirate site instead. Piracy is a good thing. It really depends. You know, I say this as someone who's like in this industry. I do think you need to support it financially if you want movies to actually happen. But the industry is also really sucks right now. There's a lot of problems with it, and I don't blame people for not wanting to support it necessarily. Hey Terry, have you watched animes like Berserk and Hellsing? I am familiar with Berserk because of the Warband mod, but I don't actually watch anime. It's not even like a decision I've made. I've never gravitated towards anime. The last anime that I ever watched was Naruto when it was actually being made. And I just kind of tuned out of it. I've never been much of an anime guy, unfortunately. The teenager behind me knows all the animes. He just watches anime all the time. If you see him watch something that is not anime, that's the real oddity right there. He's really into it. Me, I just never been. I know, I keep hearing that there's lots of really, really good animes out there, but like, I barely watch any stuff as it is. So like, you know, that's just what it is. Animes are not my forte, unfortunately. People think Berserk is based on a manga, but it's actually an adaptation of Mountain Blade. Ooh, I never saw it that way. You're right. One of the actresses on my Game of Thrones fan film, the one who played Cersei, she's a pretty big nerd in her personal life, and she had the Berserk mangas on her bookshelf when I went to her place, so she's probably very familiar with it as well. I mean, I hear Berserk is really popular in like anime, in the anime genre. Okay, well, we captured a bunch of Fort Trio Lords, so hopefully we won't see them again for a while. Okay, well, all the lords, basically, I had the genius idea of attacking me one at a time. I defeated most of them, and now all that's left is the garrison. I might get them to surrender. And I have a lot of troops that I could use to replenish myself. Ironically, the first anime I watched as a child was Speed Racer without even knowing it was an anime, and I don't even know what Speed Racer is. Goes to show you how little I know about animes. I'm sorry, but you're gonna lose me on a lot of it. One of the reasons I tuned out of Naruto is because, like I said, at the time they were being released, so that meant you got one episode per week. And I may have some young people in the audience, but before Netflix, you had one episode per week, and you had all the commercials and everything. So basically what would happen with Naruto, they milked the crap out of that stuff. No wonder there's like 1,000 episodes of these. You would get an episode, right? And the episode would be 2 minutes of recap, the intro, then 10 minutes of actual episode, followed by 5 minutes of what's coming next in the next episode. So really, like every week you had maybe like 10 to 15 minutes worth of actual episode. and you had all the commercials in between, all the ad breaks, and it took so long for the story to get a move on that basically that's why I just tuned out. It was so bad. Okay, once I get to close the circumvallation, they're gonna surrender on a spot, so I'd rather just do that right now. Hello, I'm Thermometer. Oh, you just logged in into a different account casually? Why? Welcome back, I guess. There you go. Okay, time to replenish. There you go. And that was that. You guys let me know if the stream is okay. I got a message that might be lagging. I don't know. Yesterday, because of a storm outside, we lost the Wi-Fi for like a good 30 minutes. Just hope that doesn't happen. But I think it's fine now. You may have experienced some lag. You have two PCs with two different accounts? Okay. The stream seems fine? Okay. Just making sure. Thank you. Alright, perfect. Good to know. Thank you guys. $60,000. Dude, how do you lose almost as many troops as them just sorting out? It's crazy. Every time. Do you own a car? I don't. My girlfriend does. She actually bought one of my parents' older cars that they were looking to get rid of. And it's a Hyundai Elantra 2012. Very good car. Kind of slick looking too. So I don't own it, like technically she does, but I do use it from time to time. Thankfully, I mean, most of my work is either here at home on YouTube or I literally work across the street, so it's like and all the grocery stores are right next door too, so I walk to the groceries, I walk to work. I barely ever need the car. Of course, it's getting besieged again. A walkable environment sounds great. Dude, this one of the main things we were looking for when we got to that place was walkability and like access to everything. Dude, we're like in the best possible spot in the area we live in. Like 2 minutes away you got the park, which is a beautiful big park with a lake in the middle. And it's just a nice area. There's a water park as well right there. And on the other side of the corner of the street, we have 2 pharmacies, we have 2 grocery stores, we have multiple coffee shops and restaurants, and we got 2 banks. We both use different banks, and both our banks have branches like right in the corner. Like everything is there, everything is walkable. It's amazing. I really love this. No joke. I don't know how people manage in countries like America where they need a car for groceries. I mean, I kind of understand it anyway, because like even back at my parents live in a relatively small town, and the 2 grocery stores are like right up the hill, like 2 minutes by foot. And you would still use a car, especially if you're buying a lot of stuff in bulk, because it's kind of hard to carry all the way back home, right? So I understand that. Like, even, like, we have a Costco, but, like, the Costco is, like, 5 minutes by car from here, and we do need the car to go use it, but, like... Yeah, the walkability that we have in our area for everything is insane. Every time I think, like, I need something and I don't know if we have a store nearby, I just Google it, and turns out the store across the street sells it. Super easy. We have a hardware store, like, literally just 2 corners away, where... we needed nails to put posters up on the walls, like, there you go. Like, we have everything. It's great. I just hope we can stay here for a while, because our landlords are selling the place at the end of the year, and whoever buys it, I don't know if they intend to keep renting it or to take it or whatever. I guess we'll see. But we've been here for like 5 years and been very happy with it so far. Okay, they have a surprising amount of lords. Well, they're not budging, so I guess... I'm just gonna make sure my troops upgraded. There you go. So yeah, like even my girlfriend, like for a while she was working at a clinic that is also like right around the corner. So she started at 7:30, she was out the door at 7:15. No rush hour, because you're just walking. It's fantastic. Shakuo is pretty fun. Ah, there you go, so you got to play it. Congratulations. This conversation remind me of Not Just Bikes. Yeah, Not Just Bikes, I know that channel as well. And yeah, it's funny because like, yeah, even with like Not Just Bikes, like I didn't realize how cars were so much of a problem in some areas until I started watching that channel. He's really good. But also what he really radicalized me for is just the absurdity of the size of some cars. Like all the... Now I always notice them. There are so many Ford F-150s around. Nobody needs cars like these. They are so ridiculously big. And for the way you use them, you don't need a car like that. It's insane. It pisses me off. Now it pisses me off all the time. How is the terrain always so bumpy around here? I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Speaking of big trucks, I will tell you now, I've sighted them for a couple of times, but they are Cybertrucks around here. They are so stupid. They unironically look dangerous. When you see them up close, like, my god. Isozera again, hi bro, what mod have the diplomacy mod, but with the biggest map? If you're just looking for like a mod that's really huge, and has diplomacy summon in it. I mean, pretty much all of the total conversions will do. Paris No has it, Brytenwalda has it, World of Ice and Fire has it. Pretty much any mod. Like, just look in the mod description, and they'll probably tell you what some mods are in, and you can probably find some interesting one for yourself. They are becoming a status symbol here as well now. Big means rich. Yeah, it also means dumb. Like, I even say that of my own brother. I hope he's not watching, but like my brother, he, I want to say he kind of fell for that. Because he's a guy who works hard, you know, with his hands, and he's got some friends with big trucks, and he decided, yeah, I'm gonna get a big truck too. You know, and that's what he has. He has like a Tacoma, I believe. Such a big truck, and there have been... It's like the few times he does use it, he's just really happy he did. But the reality is that most of the time he would never need it. In fact, like, you know, my father, this is one thing I realized, like my father, he has one of those, I don't know how to call them in English, but they're basically like a big bed space that you would get from a pickup truck, but on its own separate set of wheels that you kind of just attach to the back of your car. My dad has one of these, and every time he has a friend that keeps it in storage for him, and every time he does need it, like, because sometimes, like, you... Example. Occasionally, like, they have a tree in the backyard that they'll cut down, and they need, like, that bed space to carry it to be dumped somewhere. And that's when it comes in handy. That's occasionally every few years or so. He bought that years ago, he has no insurance on it, he just keeps it at a friend's house, and when he needs it, he just takes it, and that's... It's literally turning his car into a pickup truck without having to actually have a pickup truck all year long. And... I think for most people who actually do have need of a pickup truck, they could probably get away with just buying something like this, and they'll have essentially the exact same thing still. Like, even in terms of, like, hauling, you don't need a big pickup truck to haul things around. A sedan will actually carry a lot of very heavy stuff easily. And it's further demonstrated by the fact that, like, if you go back to the 80s, like, pickup trucks existed back then, but they were the size of the sedans that we have today, and even being small like that, they could still carry a lot of stuff. You don't need a big car. They literally just make cars bigger, and I think I got that information from Not Just Bikes, but I think he was the one who said, like, basically it's because, like, the way the system is designed, it's more profitable for them to make big trucks, because, like, in the cost of production, tax deductible and stuff like that, like, it's just easier to make them big. It's more profitable that way. They can charge more for it. But it's really not necessary at all. One thing I don't like about Warband is how the vassal relationships are only one level. Historically, you had barons serving counts, counts serving dukes, and dukes serving kings. But in Warband, there's only a lord serving a king. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they should make a mod like that for Bannerlord. Bannerlord kind of does this better with the clan mechanic. Yeah, but the clan mechanic, like, there really isn't anything to it. You know, like, even though the clans have leaders, they don't actually do anything. All lords are still, like, more or less, they still have more or less the same capacity, the same influence and stuff like that. It doesn't really change anything to my knowledge. Are you kidding me? Bruh. Headshot. There you go. That took a few hits. So how did we do? 132, that's fine. Now why would we go from a clear sky to something like this? I don't even feel like fighting in these conditions. I'm just gonna charge in. Well, there's lots of different titles, but in practice, a lot of these titles essentially, because like Zakara brings up the marquee, It's just a lot of different names for more or less the same thing. Nobility. It was always the nobility class, and then the royalty, you know? Damn, that's epic. Yeah, I'm getting in that. Why not? But I'll do it on foot. Yeah, there's no ending. There's no ending the list if we go down that path. The past. We had the Mirs, Mirzas, Begs, Pashas, Tavadis. I'm butchering all these names. And yeah, you know, that's exactly it. And even like these titles have also been like often just honorary and didn't actually hold any value. For example, Napoleon would often give titles like these to some of his marshals who performed well in some battle. You know, like I think I like the Battle of Auerstadt. Like he made one of his marshals the Duke of Auerstadt. The guy is not a duke, and he's not the ruler of Auerstadt. He just called him the Duke of Auerstadt as like an honorary title for how well he performed during the battle. Even so, some of those titles include at some point he called some of them dukes, but also like I think one of them was the Prince of Essling or something like that. And again, not an actual prince, just honorary title. So they're just fancy words that they made up to make themselves feel superior, I guess. Bannerlord? If you're asking if this is Bannerlord, then no, it's not. It's Warband. But if you're asking me if I've made Bannerlord content, yes, I have. It's on the channel. Feel free to check it out. You can apply that to basically anything, to be fair. Even being a YouTuber is a fancy word for, well, being a YouTuber. Yes. And as a YouTuber, I also happen to be a Duke. You know, sometimes I show up to work and one of my colleagues at the cosmetics department, she sees me, she's like, hey, queen. So I'm a queen too. How come you're Terry Duke and not Duke Terry? It's because initially, like, I didn't expect, like, the word Duke to catch on the way it did when I created my channel, but Duke is just the Englishified version of my French family name. Kind of just simplified and made to sound English, so it's not actually my name. Pick a grift. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Captured most of their lures in one swoop. That's what we need. Oh, that's a lot of trophies. What the heck? Okay, so what are we looking at? Well, we basically conquered all of England and, what's this part here? Essex? Ugh. May, you're the expert on UK, no, it's Wales. Wales. We got England, we got Wales. We're gonna be slowly moving upwards into Scotland. And eventually we'll, turn our focus towards, Ireland. And we have Ray Grock who says, didn't know you stream, I love your vids. Well, thank you. And yes, I stream every Friday, so feel free to stick around. Unfortunately, you're nearing the end of this stream. I usually stream for 3 hours. We're getting close. Yes, this is Wales. Thank you. If Skyrim had mountain blade mechanics like raising your own mercenary company and conquer, it would have been such a treat. Well, if you ever want that experience, there is a Skyrim mod for Warband, and you'll find it in the spreadsheet that is in one of my recent mod videos. How about the old Germans? What title did they use? The Germans? I'm not sure. I mean, there's lots of fancy titles for everybody, so I'm not sure at all. I'll have to look it up. Well, someone in chat, look up what were the nobility titles in Germany under the. I'm guessing we're looking at the Holy Roman Empire. Herzog. Herzog was an. Okay, interesting. I never heard that before. Thank you, May. Always of great assistance. There are many, but the one that comes to mind is Herzog. Okay. I always say I learned recently that my French name comes from the German Theodoric, which I do think is pretty badass. Kaiser? A Kaiser was ruler. And it depends on what period you're talking about. I think it's fairly recent. Okay, well, we're going to take modern-day York next. Although I think small bands, I don't think it'll be attacking anything. Depends on what you mean by recent. It has medieval roots. Yeah, there you go. Okay, well, I think now that like we've defeated a bunch of lords and captured a lot of them, we're definitely going to be able to move on to the offensive, I think. But yeah, we're nearing 3 hours already. And I'm getting quite hungry, and I'm getting a little tired. So I think that's going to be it for today. Let me get my webcam up here. Okay, well, that was a very interesting stream, and more achievements were done. We got Shortcut and Surely Not Me, who decided to both become members of the channel. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. We also had another donation, $15. Doesn't seem like much in the grander scheme of things, but, you know, just the fact that people do it, and it's still more money than I had before, so I can't not be grateful for that. Seriously. I'm a little too tired now, so it's hard for me to express the enthusiasm, but when I first got it, I was a lot more excited about that. But, yeah, so like I said, the next video is actually going to be the one that I've been talking about for a long time now, Warband mods in 2025. Make sure to stick around. There's like 15-20 mods that are going to be featured, and it's going to be great. But in the meantime, you know, make sure to watch the rest of the content, like the stream, you know, do all the other stuff. So, besides all this, well, I'll most certainly be live streaming. Actually, you know what? Save your money, because next week, on the 25th, is going to be my birthday, and it's going to be a birthday stream, so you can all give me lots of gifts, lots of presents, lots of memberships and super chats and whatever. That could be cool. But yeah, we're gonna have a birthday stream next week. And that's gonna be the main one, so thank you all so much for watching. and I'll see you next time.